Chlamydia burns, they're plotting, it's so mean. Nut gobbler laughs while the soy boy schemes, screaming. Bitch yells, I've got a tingle in my jingle, it's supreme. Let's go! Let's go, let's go, let's go. She'll watch along, it's red, we know. Fake Kyle cuts and ain't a man, oh no. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
What is up, everyone? We are live for Acolyte Shills episode 3, the Shill watch along. Scissor me timbers.
Oh, scissor me timbers.
What an episode. What an episode. We were proven right once again, and we aren't even angry. We are here to celebrate. We're here to rip on the Shills. We're here to have fun. And back once again, Darth Melvin is here of the Knights of Melvin. What is up, Darth Melvin?
Hello there, this is Darth Melvin, leader of the Knights of Melvin, and I just watched episode 3 of the Acolyte, and it was trash.
It was shit. And it was great at the same time. It was great at the same time. It was comedy. It was funny. It was everything. It was Leslie Headland's life. It was what Leslie Headland wants with her life. It was Jesus fucking Christ. It was awful, but it was great.
And the
Shills
fans
are crying. Yes.
They're crying about it. They're defending it.
They're attacking toxic content creators for daring to make fun of it.
Oh yeah, you're an ist and a phobe if you didn't like the episode.
That's all they have. That is all they have. What's up, Charles Mod in the chat? Glad you could make it. We got already. We're at 1-9. We just hit 200 people, and we haven't even said anything yet. The Shills, I gotta tell, the Shills were crying. They were crying about last week's episode. Chlamydia Burns went on Twitter crying. She went on Twitter crying again today, crying the day after Darth Melvin and myself covered her. Coincidence? I don't think so. Crying 3 afters after I uploaded Acolyte Shills episode 1. Coincidence? I don't think so. Jesus Christ, I don't think so. They are getting called out and they can't hand it. Fake news. Kyle Katarn is blocking everyone onto. I probably got 20 screenshots, Darth Melvin, over the weekend from people who Kyle Katarn blocked over the weekend.
Everyone was sending, to get exposed.
You got some shout outs in my video the other day in Acolyte Shills episode 2. Well done, everyone. And the soy boys got exposed in yesterday's video. Thank you all for showing up in force for that video. That video was doing great. The fucking soys crying. And we got a little bit more of that video from that stream of the soy boys as well. Some things that I wasn't able to quite get into the video. We're going to cover that here at the beginning of the show. Them crying and whining. The Shills are running scared, man. I have never seen them like this. They are getting no views. They're crying about it. They're attacking the anti-Disney Star Wars channels because they are getting views. And some of them are thinking about hanging it up. Some of them already have hung it up.
And they're always saying, like, how about you get out of the fandom? How about you get out of the fucking fandom?
They're getting off of YouTube at the very least. If you like, I was compiling clips today for tomorrow's video, and usually at this point, I've gone through 20, 25 Shills. I've gone through 10. Less than half from Ahsoka. Now, obviously, this is a show that nobody gives a shit about. Nobody wants, so that you have to factor that in a little bit. The casuals aren't really watching. But people like, I got them all right here. You know, the fake crier, not uploading. It's red, not uploading. Louise Julie did not upload today. Han Solo hater, not uploading.
Why didn't Louise Julie upload today?
She had a tummy ache.
Oh, she had a tummy ache.
She said on Twitter.
Pussy.
She knows that Shill watch-alongs airs on Wednesday nights, and she's petrified of being covered in one of them.
Just a fucking bitch. Like, and I know people might be saying, Darth Melvin, are you calling a girl a pussy? She's a non-binary. She's a they. Can't play the woman card.
Unless you're on
Motherfucking
OnlyFans.
bitch. Yep.
Unless you're on OnlyFans and you have to pretend to be one to get those extra simp subscribers.
And no one's subscribing to a they.
Jesus Christ. But like I said, they are getting exposed and everything. There's a lot of people live right now. I checked just before we went on. Rayside is live right now. I was watching a little bit of that before we went on, who did not do the watch party last night. Surprise, surprise, maybe because she knew Darth Melvin was watching.
Maybe. Yeah,
Get
I was a little
exposed again.
surprised she wasn't doing the
No
the
face
watch
paint
party.
either.
But my chat was fucking roasting her, and then I roasted her in my review. And then it's just an interesting point you bring up. These shills are not reacting to this shit. And it's like, can you imagine showing up in one of your videos, like how embarrassing that is? Maybe they just think like, oh, maybe I am a clown.
Well, that's the thing. And like, in order to defeat Disney Star Wars, to get them to sell Star Wars, yes, we have to roast Disney. We have to roast the content. We have to roast the people working on this content. But we have to roast this. It all starts metaphorically, taking down the shills, exposing the shills is what I believe is the first step in order to Disney selling Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
They need to, tone it down. They need to stop covering Star Wars. They need to tone down the reactions. They need to get off of YouTube, which some of them are, or just simply stop covering Star Wars. And also the casuals, the fence riders. They need to see that if you support Disney Star Wars, you're being lumped in with these idiots. And they need to know that. And I think some of that is working. All of these people's, another thing, all of these people's reaction videos, all of their reviews are getting ratioed. The Real Rejects got ratioed. I've known over 1 million subscribers and they got ratioed for their positive.
Nice.
I've never seen them get ratioed before ever. Now, I'm sure they maybe have, but that's the first time I've ever seen it. Chlamydia Burns got ratioed again big time. She's in tomorrow's video big time. She might have made the thumbnail with what she had to say. I'm not going to spoil it, but she said some real shit.
Fucking bought and paid for.
Shitting on Anakin Skywalker.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
Fake fans.
Fake fucking fans. And who else? We got, they're taking shots at content creators on our side. They're jealous. They're crying that they're calling us grifters. They're calling us the ists and the obes and the everything, and they are just crying and whining. And it's beautiful and it's hilarious to watch.
It's like they call us grifters, yet like the actual shills where there's evidence of them getting paid benefits for their shilling. It's like they're not grifters. They're authentic creators.
Yeah, they don't get anything.
These are grifters.
They don't get anything.
You tell me Sexplained loves all Disney Star Wars, someone who has read, I think a lot of the expanded universe, been a Star Wars fan his whole life. No, he bought and sold himself, or he sold himself to Disney, and now he's a total shill and Sexplained Star Wars.
And he's a crossdresser.
Disney Star Wars. Yes, he is.
Yes, he's appearing. He was just live. They, whatever he is, were just live earlier as well. So I got to go through that stream. Roka was just live.
Did he like the episode?
Oh, yeah. Well, he was mid on it, but, as always with him, he's attacking the toxic fan base.
See, I find anyone who thinks it's mid, I don't really fucking care. That means they love the episode. Whether it's
tiptoeing.
Mid, yeah, they approve it. They give it a stamp of approval, which means like more content like this, they'll just give it a pass. They'll say it's mid, move on to the next one. But I saw in the polls last night, the anti-watch parties, the polls were very favorable toward it being fucking shit. And
When I was
usually that's
watching
not the case.
when I was watching Ray Side's live stream just a little bit before going live, Darth Melvin, you're gonna love this. She had a poll like, what would you
Oh,
rate?
God.
What would you rate the Acolyte episode 3 on a scale of 1 to 10? There was
Mhm.
no choice below 5.
Oh, I hate that. I fucking
It was
hate
5,
that.
6, 7, 8, like 7, 8, 9, 10. There was no option below a 5.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Jesus Christ. You're not allowed to dislike the Acolyte, or you're a racist, you're a misogynist, you're a transphobic, you're a homophobic, you're everything.
When she's connected with culture slates, a whole bunch of fucking shills. The shills are really good at being connected and not getting any views on their channel. Like, that's very talented. But that's something I want to take a look at in the future and expose the fuck out of it.
Disney's trying to help them, but it's clearly not working. And like, as you just like, I'm looking at some of the videos now. I mean, here we go. We got Blind Wave, which is a humongous Star Wars channel. It's only been up an hour, but 5,000 views. That's pretty bad for them. Real Rejects, over 1 million subscribers. Video's been up almost 24 hours, 38,000 views. We saw Nut Gobbler last week, her episode 2, less than 200 views, or less than 300 views. My bad.
Yeah, she just got to hang it up.
Yeah, they got to hang it up, and they are hanging it up. Fucking crazy. So thank you all so much for tuning in. We're at 350 right now. Make sure you smash the like. Let's see if we can get the stream up. Break 400 for the first time on the channel. And thank you all for the great support last week. 130 new channel members last week. You guys were fucking killing it. Thank you all so much. Every membership, all of that helps towards getting it at full time. And when Darth Melvin and myself get to full time, that's where the real fun begins.
Oh, show. And, every time you gift a membership, a Disney shill that's lurking in the chat will cry their eyes out.
And we're killing them in live views as well. We're killing them in everything, and it's just beautiful. Graph Web for $2 before the stream says, for fuck's sake, cancel Disney Plus. Cancel your Disney Plus. So that's the other thing. On top of ripping the show, ripping the shills, don't give them any money. Also helps as well. Thank you for the $2. Chunky became a new member. Thank you, Chunky, for becoming a member. Mindless Meat, member for 2 months. No one mentioned that a stone building burned in the shit. Yeah, we're going to break down the episode as we're going through the shill of the night for tonight. Absolutely. We're going to break down the episode as much as we can. Peter Rackus for $5. Thank you for the 5, Peter Rackus. If Star Wars wasn't dead enough already, this episode made it a rotting course. The analysis I like to use is like, it's The Walking Dead. It's walking, it's moving forward technically, but it's lifeless. It has no heart, no soul, and it eats and destroys and infects everything it touches, is my analogy for Disney Star Wars and the MCU as well.
And these fake fans, they don't even like it. You go on Twitter, a lot of them they just want to piss off the right-wing fans.
They support the politics, the
Yes.
message.
And they think, like, we'll watch it and get pissed off. And it's like, we're not pissed off. We're fucking laughing at this. Only a small percentage of people, the fucking Filoni faithful, they're the ones getting pissed off. And that's even glorious, watching them cry their eyes out.
Joshy Boy, your boy Joshy Boy, let's go. He didn't really like the episode.
Oh, he didn't do the he didn't do the watch party last night, and I think he's done with the Wokalite, so we're gonna be in the fucking top 2 every fucking week now for the anti-watch parties.
I tuned in to Den of Shills for just a minute, and he was whining about, like, he basically said, like, it's really sad because, like, they put this stuff out and I can't make money off of it. Yeah, like I actually said that. Like it's like, like I don't make money off of Star Wars any. He actually
He
said that.
fucking slips up all
But
the
we
time.
are the grifters, right? We are the grifters. We are the ones doing this for money. The only reason we don't like it is for money, apparently. Which the shills in tomorrow's video. I got a great one coming for you guys tomorrow. So make sure you are subscribed if you are not subscribed, and turn on the notifications, because we're going right to the Shills Defend video tomorrow. It is getting, episode 3 is getting the full Shills Defend treatment, and it's gonna be good. I can't wait for you guys to see it. It might top the soy video from yesterday. And Darth
Fucking
Melvin, you got your
soy
reviews.
boys.
The fucking soy boys. He's got his review coming up on Friday. Make sure you go over to his channel and subscribe to him as well. Link to his channel is in the description. Any mods as well. Drop Melvin's link in the chat. We got to get him. He's got to hit 10K by the end of this series. I think he's going to do it. I think this episode's going to help.
I think we will. It's been pretty steady. If I can get some more videos up, but these reviews, got to put a lot of effort to it, and trashing the fucking show. But I think we're gonna get there by the end of this.
Absolutely. But thank you, Peter Rackus, for the 5. Chunky for $10 says corn dog theory had a potential to blossom into real. So this is probably for you, Darth Melvin. Had a chance to blossom into a real star, but he couldn't handle the fame. The Shills have gone into hiding. LOL. They know this trash is undefensible.
So a little context with this: we do the anti-watch parties. We see all the Shills watching the fucking show. So there's this guy that has Star Wars Theory on in the background doing his watch party, and he's fucking scarfing down corn dogs like there's no tomorrow. So we call him Corn Dog Theory, trying to make him a star.
I caught some. I was watching a little bit of the anti-watch party last night. Did very well. And yeah, those are fun. It's basically the same as what we're doing here, except it's live. And Theory, what about Theory's reaction? Star Wars Theory. He looked like he was about to break down.
So it's just like, we knew 3 years ago this show was going to be fucking garbage. So it's like, where's the anger coming from? It's like, stop supporting Disney Star Wars. Stop treating it like it is Star Wars, because it's fake Star Wars. And they don't want fans like him. They want these fucking blue-haired feminist fucks, the soy boys. They want those people as fans.
Absolutely.
And they're going to continue to lose money.
Anyway, moving on. Joyhood82 for $20, bro. Thank you for the $20.
My tummy ache. I can't upload.
Finished the video. She finished the video apparently, but her tummy hurt too much for her to get up off her ass and upload it.
My sleeping condition.
My mental illness. I'm a victim because of it. You can't make fun of me.
She was probably too busy being a whore on OnlyFans.
Maybe that's why her tummy hurts. Maybe she went too deep. I don't know. Anyway, Joyhood, thank you for the $20. We will keep up the great work and much more on the way. Smorgan, member for 1 month. Thank you. Jacob is on his knees begging for the gift basket. He just dropped a video,
man.
Darth Melvin. I don't know if you saw, but he just a couple hours ago dropped his review, and he might show up in tomorrow's video for a second as well. He might even be lurking in the chat.
You got to check out his Twitter. He is begging for the swagman's dick. Like, begging for it. I want to be besties with the swagman. Woo! Fucking Disney shill. J.I. Jacob. I guess the fake wife isn't doing it for him.
Yeah, I guess the fake wife isn't doing it for him. Cries. And Darth Melvin, you exposed this on your, so I might have to include it in tomorrow's video. Took a shot at George Lucas.
Yep.
Yeah, putting up a photo of George Lucas and Harvey Weinstein, because, almost everyone in Hollywood, if you search them, has a picture with Harvey Weinstein, for Christ's sake, saying, well, you can't You can't rip on Leslie Headland for being Harvey Weinstein's personal assistant for 4 years. If you do that, then you also got to criticize George Lucas. Look, here's a picture of them together. God, attacking George Lucas to defend Leslie Headland. What a bitch.
These are the same people that point fingers at us and are subscribed to Shill Nation and be like, the toxic Star Wars fans. Oh! And this motherfucker is dragging innocent George Lucas into the whole picture with Leslie Headland and Harvey Weinstein.
I'm gonna find that actually. Give me just a second, guy. I'm gonna find that real quick because this is just unbelievable. Unless he took it down, and then he dropped some fake news saying it was only a year.
Oh yeah, like he said year in capitals. It's like, bitch, like did you
God damn
really
it,
think it was a year?
And I don't have another account on this browser. God damn it. All right, never mind.
I really think these shills, like, they're just on their period, and then they get, like, all emotional and go, like, stop making fun of Leslie Headland.
Just put that picture, anytime you're on Twitter, just put that picture up. It triggers the fuck out of these people. And it's funny.
Fucking 4 years, and he's like, there's no evidence of it, bitch. There's plenty of evidence.
She wrote a play several years ago, which was basically a reenactment of what he was doing before he was exposed for it.
And he's like, if there is evidence, I wouldn't support her. Bull fucking shit. If there was evidence, he would still jack off to the Acolyte.
Oh yeah. Well, I choose to ignore. I choose to ignore that and just focus on the show. Fuck off. Melissa Lord for $5. Anakin is the chosen one. There's only one. There's only one. Disney is taking Anakin down and can't wait to do it to Luke. Screw the rat. Great job, Grizzy and Darth Melvin. Thank you for the $5. Yeah, they are going. Yeah, they are trying to destroy Anakin. I mean, they've already destroyed Luke multiple times.
They have ruined every time period in fucking Star Wars.
They ruined Kenobi, like Boba Fett. Who would have thought Boba Fett?
You know, and a lot of people don't know they've ruined the original trilogy with the Star Wars Marvel comics, giving Luke a fucking yellow lightsaber and all that bullshit. And then Star Wars Outlaws, that takes place during the original trilogy. The main character was born on Canto Bight. The very ugly main character. Canto Bight is their home planet, Last Jedi. So if you're going to buy the game, you're supporting the fucking Disney and Last Jedi.
Absolutely. We got O3 Gorilla gifting 10 memberships. Thank you, O3 Gorilla.
Woo! Let's go!
Let's go with the fucking memberships. And speaking of memberships, we got 3 new emotes. We got the cuck emote. We got the fake wife emote. I mean, if that's not a fake wife, I don't know what is. And we got the soy number 3 emote. We're going to have to complete the soy boy emotes. And I think with those 10 gifted memberships, we've unlocked the next soy emote, which will be up next week. Thank you, O3 Gorilla, for the 10 memberships and $10. Episode 3 made my IQ drop 10 points. So dumb. Hashtag buy the panties. So for those of you who don't know, I guess I'm going to have to talk about it since you guys are going to wonder if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. The fake wife sells her panties to perverts on the internet on top of doing OnlyFans. So Darth Melvin, I know you have a for your Shill Awards at the end of the year, you have a fake wife award. I think we should possibly nominate these two for that.
Definitely.
Award, possibly.
It's going to be interesting who wins that one.
Yeah, definitely interesting. And yes, these guys, they're going to be in tomorrow's video for sure. He said some shit, taking a shot at anti-Disney Star Wars channels. Oh, one of the bigger ones. Oh, yeah. Have to tune in tomorrow for that one. And where was I? Gotta make sure I don't miss anyone. Chris Whiting for $10. Grizzy, love the content. Thank you. What's the over-under? Nelson Pells screened the Acolyte and took his few billion in stock and fucked right off. Who's Nelson Peltz or Pelz?
Fucking Disney Star Wars. Who the fuck has Disney stock? Go fuck yourself.
Oh. I didn't know who that was. Sorry. Darth Ghostface for 5 says Star Wars has been dead for 10 years. What Disney is doing is now basically necrophilia at this point. Darth Ghostface is back. Thank you for all the memberships last week, by the way. Darth Ghostface kicking ass. Emerald sales for $2. Watch anime instead. Rest in peace, Star Wars 1977, 2012. I think it was even before that, honestly, with Dave Filoni's Clone Wars.
I mean, that's when some people are like, oh, they just need to reboot Star Wars at this point. They already fucking started the reboot in 2008.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it.
6 Strings member for a month. I've been listening to all the EU audio books at work. Yeah, that's real Star Wars, man. That's what I listened to. I finished Plagueis a few months ago for the first time on the audiobook, and that was really good. 03 Gorilla for $5. My theory is Lesbo Headland did more than aid Weinstein. She participated in the assault. She is a pervert, and look now, she fails upwards. Yeah, and I mean, she imagine if Leslie Headland had children. She probably would have went the same route with them as the witches do in this show, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah, major grooming going on in this episode.
Major grooming. And finally, Tyrant Lizard King became a member. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you for all the support, everyone. Really appreciate you all. We're at 383 viewers, and we're 30 minutes in already. We're getting closer and closer to that 400. So let's get into a few things, Darth Melvin. I want to kick off with the soys. And what we did not cover in yesterday's videos. Give me just a second to pull that up.
Always down to rip on the fucking soys.
Yeah, soy number 3 fucked off for this episode. But soy number 1 and soy number 2, who both have me blocked, we're definitely making up for it. Anyway,
I forget which one has me blocked. It was maybe soy number 3. One of them.
They blocked me. They blocked me like before I even had like 1,500 subscribers. They blocked me early.
Yeah,
which was crazy. Which is absolutely crazy. So there they are. So I believe those are the worst of the 2 soy boys, in my honest opinion. It goes in order 1, 2, and 3 with how fucking awful they are. Anyway, so let's get into this. So the first part of this was in yesterday's video. I just want to, since we talked about it earlier, the Shills, man, they're thinking of hanging it up. They're not having fun anymore. Take a listen.
And it's also like going back to the conversation of like, you know, being discouraged to watch stuff. It's also very discouraging being a creator online when, you know, like I feel like we put in a lot of work to make our videos and do all that stuff and our reactions and our Patreon and all that. And then you go on one of these YouTube channels that is like just so toxic and negative. And I'm like, how do you have 400,000 people agree with your tomfoolery? That is crazy. What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
I think you need your balls reattached.
Toxic fans.
Like we do our reactions and they're just not fun anymore. We just it's just like fucking crybabies. And this is on their another fun fact, chat. This is on their backup channel. They didn't upload this on their main channel. Why is that?
Subscribers are here. I can't see.
How many subscribers? 8,000, a little more than 8,000. Their main channel isn't even quite to 100,000 yet. These guys, did you know that these guys worked on the Transformers movies?
Really?
Yeah, they worked on the fucking Transformers movies. So deep connections in Hollywood might explain why they went on strike with SAG-AFTRA.
Look at the fucking soy faces. Did they ever shill face?
Oh yeah.
We got a soy face, shill face combo.
Soygasm, shillgasm. There's soy number 3.
Soy face, shill face, Shillgasm, the trifecta. Fucking amazing clip.
I had so much fun making that. Oh, it was so fun. I was like, I just got to get 3 soy. Oh my God. But, so anyway, so they're crying. They're not having fun doing their reactions because they know that the mean white man is watching and he's going to clip their shit and fucking troll them. And it's not fun anymore. So soy number 1, this is the part now. And we have 418 viewers. We broke 400 for the first time. Thank you all so much for that.
This is a deadly combo. We're bringing the fucking ratings.
Bringing in the ratings.
Let's go!
God, Sabine. Very exciting. So anyway, this is the part where I was not able to put in the video. This is them talking about why anti-Disney Star Wars gets more views. Now wait till you hear this, chat.
You people.
Mhm.
But you know,
Again,
they're
it's
out
just
there.
it keeps going back to tech bros like
Yeah.
Elon Musk have ruined the world. They have gamed the system.
So it's Elon Musk's fault. It's Elon Musk's fault because, you know, freedom of speech is bad.
Yeah, they're not suppressing tweets anymore.
Yep. And so here, this is the juicy part, Darth Melvin. Here we go.
It's all the algorithm. That's all we're chasing. So when you have a nice, pleasant video, YouTube goes, I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah.
But when you have a video starring a white supremacist, they're like, great, look at all the engagement this is getting. This must be very popular.
You're happy? You
Yeah,
like making videos?
I guess we'll
No,
bury
no,
your
no,
video
no,
then.
no, 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 no.
Yeah.
The YouTube algorithm supports white supremacists, chat. Raging Rhino in the chat. What's up, Raging Rhino?
I think the problem is people just don't want to tune in to soy boys.
I think the problem, and people are tired of Disney fucking shills. They're tired. They're tired of them. But nope, the YouTube algorithm is that, well, I mean, you know, considering the mental capacity of these people, Leslie Headland said, what did Leslie Headland say? If R2D2 can be a lesbian, considering the mental cognitivity of people like this, it's perfectly logical that the YouTube algorithm could be a white supremacist, according to these people, right?
You know, the Jedi are definitely homophobic in this episode. They don't want the lesbians to groom children.
God forbid, right? I put that tweet up today. I put up a tweet today that really triggered the fuck out of some of the shills. Let me pull that up real quick. Just a second.
Yeah, I'm hoping there's a return of the soy boys in these show watch-alongs.
I am as I do
that.
as well. They are, but I don't know. Maybe they're gonna hang it up though. Maybe they're quitting. They have not uploaded. We're gonna search in again and chat. We're gonna let you guys vote for whomever we cover tonight on Show Watch. Actually, I should probably do that after we show this tweet real quick. But so here it is. If I can get the screen right, there we go. So I put this up today. So this cult, So this is a cult who are encouraging their underage daughters to be lesbians. Well done, Disney. And I have Shills crying in the comments of that tweet. Jesus Christ. It's probably going to, I wouldn't be shocked if it eventually, it's 556 likes in 4 hours. That ain't too bad. Oh, it's got a little bit of traction. But they are crying their eyes out about this. It might eventually get ratioed, but if it does, who cares? I don't give a shit about getting ratioed on Twitter.
Oh, the shows live for the ratio. Fucking live for it.
J.I. Acob hit me with I ratioed you 3 months ago. I'm like, oh, God. Great comeback. When I posted the Leslie Headland picture in his.
Maybe he should have got a job 3 months ago.
Yeah, like all of his videos on YouTube are being ratioed.
His channel fucking sucks.
Yeah, he has
I'm
3,000
Jacob, welcome
subscribers.
to Lightspeed.
3,000 subscribers can't break 100 views. And we have 450 live in the chat. Could we hit, everyone smash the like button. Let's see if we can hit 500 people tuning in for the Soy Boys. Okay, now let us find who we're going to cover tonight, since we've been going for about 40 minutes. Keep hitting the wrong tab. All right, so Acolyte Shills, episode 3. Let me refresh the page. So I had it narrowed down to 3. Simon Davies, someone Darth Melvin has gone back and forth a little bit with on Twitter.
Simon Davies.
And we got, as I said, there was Blind Wave. I did not check them out. And, okay, so these two, the previewed boys, we got double shill face in this one. They're going to be in the poll. We got a double shill face. We got Simon Davies. There we are. We got, look at what the cut girl's wearing, Darth Melvin. Holy shit. She must have came straight from OnlyFans to film this reaction.
Definitely.
There's Sexplain's live stream.
I gotta
And then
check
where's
that
the
out. He didn't give me too many clips for his review. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, he only gave me a couple. And then here we have here's M Reacts, the chick that did the soygasm. Darth Melvin remembers. I don't know. She looks like she's kind of crying there. Well,
she like, they should just like throw her in the lesbian sexual ritual to create the children. Of all the fucking lesbians.
Stupid chant they were doing. That was so fucking stupid and cringe, like Jesus Christ. So let me do most recent uploads just to see if anybody else is hiding from us. And does not appear so. Okay, so let me get the poll ready. I gotta pull the stream up on YouTube real quick. So that's the poll. It's gonna be Simon Davies, the guy who was sexually attracted to Yord, previewed, and M Reacts, the double shill face, and the potential fake crier. So let me get the poll ready real quick.
Who do you
Darth
guys
Melvin,
want to
you
see?
can cover for me for 30 seconds.
So Simon Davies, he loves Yord. Yord is his pretend boyfriend. But I noticed that a lot of the shills, the males in the fandom, they also have big crushes on Yord. All Yord sexuals. That's what they are. So I don't know who you guys are gonna pick. I'm down to rip on anyone. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fucking rip apart these shills with their fake reactions, their fucking shill faces. So, and then this episode has really exposed the fake fans for what they are. They're just going to defend every fucking thing about Disney Star Wars. It doesn't matter. Like, they are butchering Anakin with this forced birth, but it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. All right. Poll is ready, chat. We'll let it go for about 5 minutes. There it is. So vote. We got Simon, who likes the penis. Not that there's anything wrong with that. We got Previewed, who I also think, now the one dude is married, but I think that they probably fool around together as well. Double shill face. And then we got M Reacts, who looks like she may be fake crying. So while we're letting that go, knock out a few more Super chats. Where did I leave off? I think we left off at Tyrant Lizard King, who became a member. If I missed you, thank you for becoming a member. Gene the Machine for $5. Acolyte should have been called Star Wars and Artificial Insemination Story. That's a good one. We got Brandon's Dark Secrets became a member. Are all the Brandon accounts going to become members? We'll see. Fran Forsyth gifted 5 Grizzy memberships. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Make the Shills fucking cry like the crybabies they are. Shill's getting membership. Shill's lurking in the chat most likely. We're at 4. We've cracked 400, so we are closing in on 500, Darth Melvin. We might hit it.
Share the fucking stream out
Share
there.
the
Let's
fucking
make
stream.
these Shills cry. Setting records on
Smash
the channel
the
tonight.
like button. Yes. I couldn't do it
Oh
without
my
Darth
God.
Melvin and the Knights of Melvin as well.
Those two are getting more and more viewers on the live stream. Make it stop, Mommy! Make it stop! It doesn't matter how much they cry to their mommies, they won't stop us from ripping apart the Disney Shills.
And destroying Disney Star Wars forever. Give it to somebody else. Charles Lane, member for 2 months. The witches die from plot annihilation in this episode. One of the, I believe it was Cuck, tweeted. He tweeted because he is an alphabet person. Both of them are bisexual, by the way. We discovered that on yesterday's members. Oh, that was fun. Darth Melvin, you're going to get a kick out of this. They were at Star Wars Celebration last year.
Really?
And they were at the drag show with Sexplained.
They were.
They were there. Sexplained appeared, grinding and twerking with that gay Jedi.
They were at the bar?
Yes, the bar. Yes,
Oh,
they
yeah,
were there. It was part of their thing. They were posing with Louise Julie, and
She
they
was
were
there?
oh my. She was there. Yes, she was at Celebration last year as well. I think they posed together for a picture. And yeah, man, we are doing these Shill deep dives on the members only stream. We are coming up with some juicy revelations with the Shills. Thank you, Charles Lane, for being a member. We got Peter Rackus for $2. Says Grizzy, you should be hopeful. You should be hopeful in Disney Star Wars. Yeah, like Roka, he's not a shill, he's just hopeful.
It's like these people are like, let's just wait and see if the show is any good. It's like I said, 3 years ago, I knew the show's going to be fucking terrible.
Yes.
Because Disney Star Wars doesn't know what they're doing, and Leslie Headland is a fucking nut job.
Holy
Evidence,
shit.
look at what happened in episode 3 of The Acolyte.
Absolutely. And everyone, make sure you vote. We're at 154. We have 450 people live. Make sure you vote. We're at a tie right now between Simon and M Reacts. It is very close. It is tied currently. So we're going to have to give it.
Chat decides what the way of the thread, not the force, the way of the thread.
The lesbian thread.
The lesbian grooming thread. We will go with that.
We might have to do a tiebreaker for Christ's sakes. It is tied right now. The operator for 350. Love you, Darth Melvin and Grizzy. Fucking rip them tonight. We are absolutely going to do that. MX Sked, MXSKED. Go watch Chlamydia Burns' overview on episode 3. Oh, don't you worry. That is going to be in Shill's Defend video tomorrow. And Charles Lane gifted 20 memberships. Do I even have any more Let's Go clips? Jesus Christ, I think I do.
Let's go.
Fucking 20 more gifted memberships. You guys are kicking ass tonight and taking fucking names.
Make it stop, Mommy! Make it stop!
Lose with Jay for $2. The Force is female and it's bleeding. They are
The-
all bleeding tonight.
I love how we've been saying the Force is female for years, and they're like, "Oh, it's just a Nike campaign," and like now the Force is literally female.
The Force
Fucking
is literally
lesbians.
female.
Lesbian scissoring Mr. Garrison style, having babies.
Oh, scissor me timbers.
Yeah, I was looking forward to. They hired a sex coordinator for this show, and I was looking to see some action and like what this person's gonna be doing. They didn't really show too much, so I mean, is there gonna be some sexual scissoring later, or is
I don't
that
know.
it with the witches?
Maybe some incest sexual twin scissoring, for Christ's sake. Who the hell knows?
Maybe like they
And
were.
then we'll have and then we'll have the Shills. Oh, but Luke and Leia kiss. That makes it okay. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like it just was a really weird episode. And I saw right before the stream started, like Echo Base said something that it's satanic. I didn't watch the video, so I don't know what they're talking about, but I could definitely believe that there's some messaging like that in there. A really weird episode.
Absolutely. Very, very fucking weird. Anyway. All right. Germ Graves became a member. Thank you. And Azrael Gamer gifted 1 membership. Thank you. Every new membership helps us on our journey to going full time. And we are getting closer and closer. Still over 450 viewers. Thank you guys so much. And okay, the poll, I'm ending it now. And the winner by 1 point. Oh, it was tie. It went back down to tie. Jesus Christ. We're going to go. He was winning right when I hit end. Somebody must have voted at the last minute. It's very close. Tied at 37, but we're going to go with Simon Davies. Simon Davies was winning when I said end. So I know it was very close, but we're going to have to go with Simon tonight.
And you know, for anyone that's a little disappointed, canon is whatever you want it to be.
Just like gender. All right, so let me find the Simon real quick, and we will get started ripping on Simon Davies.
My name is Simon. Simon talks Star Wars. What a fucking stupid ass name.
I think I'm glad that we got Simon because like he has been whining on Twitter and maybe midway because I don't think I'm going to be able to take this guy's entire video.
This is the kind of guy that tags me, talks shit, and then blocks me. I don't want Darth Melvin to reply. Oh, he made a video about the whole fire thing in space, and he was just like triggered as fuck making this video talking about all the instances where there was fire in Star Wars.
I'm sure he will be crying on Twitter about being included on Shill watch-alongs tonight, but fuck him. He deserves it. He earned it. He won. The chat decided. And yes, had the weight loss surgery since he's too lazy to do it himself. You're keeping up on that, Darth Melvin. But yes,
that room. I don't know much about Simon, but that room to me looks like it's in his parents' house.
I wouldn't be shocked. Yeah,
rocking
not quite right. 39 likes, 19 dislikes, 444 views in 20 hours. Great job, Simon. We'll get you that extra bit of engagement because God knows you need it. Happy to help as always.
He's got like 30,000 on his other Reacts channel, but you know, these reaction channels, they'll get some views and subscribers when they react to Disney Star Wars, but like they're inflated subscribers. Like no one actually watches them. No one cares.
I think he knows that if he reacts to Disney Star Wars on his regular, he's going to lose subscribers.
You know, the big way to tell if these YouTubers are fake or not is if they go live and like no one's fucking watching them. Unlike this channel, we're fucking breaking records, memberships.
Yes, we are closing. We are breaking records. I've been keeping an eye on it. We have not hit 500 yet. Make sure you smash the like. Let's get the stream out there. And Darth Melvin, are you ready for the shill of the night, Simon, to rip on this guy a little bit? And I skimmed through the video. There are some rants that he goes on, some soy rants. Simon
I
Davis
am
goes
ready to
on.
rip on this cock.
All right, so here we go.
There's no...
Simon here with another reaction to the Acolyte. Moving on to episode number...
The British accent.
And there's no Yord in this episode for him, his fake boyfriend.
I know. I was hoping to do a Yord episode with Simon, but I mean, he was, his rants tonight were very, very entertaining, and we're going to get to them. I believe there was one at the beginning, one in the middle, and one in the end of the video.
Number 3. And obviously in the week since the first 2 episodes
Wearing a
premiered,
pink
as
shirt.
Expected, there's been some discourse around this show. The majority of people have really liked it.
The majority of people like this show. What proof do you have? I got some proof that they don't. Have you seen the trailers? The like versus dislike ratio? Have you seen the real Rotten Tomatoes score? Which the critic score is coming down, which I should check that real quick, by the way. I'm going to check that really quick. Go ahead,
I guess he doesn't consider the Chads real people. Those Chads.
Can you imagine
bombing?
Can you imagine how these people will react if the critic score ends up being rotten?
They just make an excuse. That's what they do. They can't live in reality, so they have to make a fake safe space reality just so they can continue going on.
Yeah, so it is coming down. I'm gonna put it up for just a second. It is down to 80. Wow, the audience score is down to 21. It just dropped. It was at 27 last I looked.
Has the critic score dropped?
Yes, it was at 94, I believe.
Oh, God,
and it's dropped.
Such bullshit.
I don't think they will allow it to be rotten. Or what they do is they will delete some of them. They'll put like the certified critic rating, which will be higher, or they'll do whichever one of the certified or the full critic, whichever one's higher, that's the one they use. So it's really hard for it. It's going to be really hard. It has to drop below 60 for it to be rotten. I don't think it will, but it is dropping fast, especially the audience score. I guess some people made some new accounts and then review bombed it. All right, back to the Simon.
Soyman.
Is that a piercing? Is that a piercing on his nose, or is that like a zit? I can't even tell.
The critic review good. As expected, some of the discourse from the vocal minority who just don't seem to like anything with women or people of color in it.
The vocal
minority.
Yes, that's
they
why.
Bring up like
Simon
the people of color and everything. You know, all the fucking excuses. People of color, homophobic. If you don't like the fucking show, no, the show sucks ass.
Okay, I'm gonna try it at full screen. Let me know, Darth. Everyone, let me know if it's. I'm gonna try it at full screen here and see if we can get it to go. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And it's not. Okay, we're gonna go small.
Has been negative. It's been getting review bombed, but that was to be expected.
And why is that?
People were, acting like children in the lead up to this show just because.
Say acting like children. Like these people don't act like children in their reactions.
I wonder how old this guy is.
I saw someone in the chat say 36 earlier. So mid-30s, that's about what I would guess.
Negative. It's been getting review bombed, but that was to be expected. From the way that people were, acting like children in the lead up to this show, just because, again, they seem to...
Oh, my God. Yes, because this right here...
Oh, my God, dude. God, dude.
Yes, that's not acting like a child.
Fucking...
Wait, what?
Oh my God. Fakest reaction in channel history right there. All right. Darth Melvin, is your mic working?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
getting ready for more soyman.
Soyman.
To have an issue with anything that's not revolving around a straight white male lead.
Just is he looking at notes? Is he looking at notes at this point? Okay, gotta say this, gotta say this, gotta say review bombed. Gotta say majority of people like it. He's like glancing
Look at
off
his
the
eyes
screen.
right now.
Yeah, he's glancing off screen. He's like, say, I gotta hit all these points. Jesus
All these straight white male who don't like Yord, my fake boyfriend, with a yellow lightsaber, who slips it up my bum.
His penis.
His penis is grand, and his yellow saber.
Into, that kind of discourse, but it is frustrating just to see the same old people make the same old mistakes and same old arguments. And it's kind of like, if you don't
you're doing the same exact thing, Simon. You're doing the same exact thing. You people do the same exact, make the same exact argument, the same exact attacks on all of us.
Just stop watching it. All these people who
you just stop watching it. There you go. How many times have I heard that this week?
They're fucking begging us to stop watching it. We're not going to stop watching. We're going to keep pissing them off.
We're going to keep shitting on this stuff. We're going to keep growing, and your safe space is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller until you just give up, and then you all leave the fandom. And then you all go hide on your Patreons, like many of these people are doing.
I can't get over his stupid fucking face.
And it's kind of like, if you don't enjoy it, just stop watching it. All these people who seem to claim that Disney are destroying Star Wars, and yet they still watch it. They still hate watching. It's just like, all right, just whatever. Don't complain. You know what you're getting. And, similarly with this episode, I've been reading some...
So here you go. He's setting it up for like, oh, this is going to ruin Star Wars and everything. And then he's going to be like, I don't see it. I don't see what it is. Yes, there was some lesbians, but I don't see it.
And it's like what we were saying earlier, it's fun to rip on this shit. And Disney deserves it. That's why we are avenging Star Wars, because Disney deserves to pay for what happened, what they've done to this brand. The people that are pissed off are the ones that are the Filoni faithfuls that think Dave Filoni has nothing to do with this show, that didn't sign and approve on everything Leslie Headland's doing, that he's not jacking it to this show. Those are the people that are pissed off. But us and people in the chat, we're fucking laughing at this shit. We're having a great time.
Again, I say it every time. We have more fun ripping Disney Star Wars than they do enjoying it. That's why they're always triggered. That's why they're telling us to stop watching. Nobody's telling them to stop watching and stop enjoying it. We're trying to say we're going to trigger them until they eventually do, but nobody is saying have all the fun, upload your videos. But if you're going to cry about it, then just stop. Go hide in your safe space.
And that's another big difference between us and them is like, like if they want to fucking jack it to Disney Star Wars on their channel, they do it. They want us deplatformed and they want us in jail. Because the thought of us continuing on and triggering them, like they can't take it. They need to have us, they need to have us killed basically, because that's what it's going to take to stop us from ripping on these Disney shills. And even if that happens, we will become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Someone will continue to trigger the shills and they will cry even more.
Absolutely. And typical fashion, we probably got Shills in the chat. Chat is going crazy right now. Shills crying in the chat as always.
Why are you crying?
We got fucking lurkers in there.
Why are you crying? We're having fun. We're having fun. The only way to enjoy Disney Star Wars legitimately is to do what Darth Melvin does and what we do here. And now we're doing it together. And they're fucking triggered by it.
And, if they truly enjoy the show, what we say about it really shouldn't affect them. They truly enjoy it. The thing is, they really don't. For them, it's more about the culture war. They just want to be on the right side. They want to make an excuse to rip on the bigots, the chads.
The Gwifters.
You're a grifter.
I had
a
a
grifter.
I had $1 for every time I've heard grifter this week. Jesus Christ.
They think it's easy to just like get on camera and like rip on shills. They don't know anything about hard work because they're fucking unemployed.
It's easy to sit in front of a camera and do fake reactions and then send it to someone else to edit it for you. Really easy.
It's easy to be a fucking ugly, mentally retarded person and do OnlyFans and make a lot of money with fake sleeping conditions and tummy aches. See, do you think I could just like stop my life and not go to my Palpatine place of employment, not upload my review because, hey guys, I have a tummy ache? No, because I'm a fucking man and I fucking work. That's what these shills don't know anything about. Fucking soys living with their mommies. Mommy, the Grizzy's live again. Stop him. I told you, sweetie. Grizzy's entitled to make the videos he wants. We can't do anything. Batman!
Great rant. Thank you for that. And speaking of Filoni, yes, I tweeted this photo out again yesterday, and this one gets him going as well. But Filoni allowed this episode. Filoni knew what this episode was. He could have put a stop to it. He could have said, he could have said, I don't think George would be cool with this, or I don't think George would approve of what's in this episode. And he could have put a stop to it, but he didn't do that because he's a male feminist. He's all in on the Force's female agenda. And he probably got turned on by it at the idea of the strong women and the lesbian, the thread and everything. Dave Filoni allowed it. And more and more people need to realize that.
Like, imagine if your chief creative officer, even if it's for Disney, and someone like Leslie Headland comes along, and you got some authority there, you're gonna let her come in and make a show like this without intervening and be like, no, we're not doing the fucking lesbian witches. No, he loves it all. Fucking loves his strong women. And then you had the shills the other week trying to make an argument that George Lucas approves of Disney Star Wars. Do you imagine George Lucas watching this episode? Jesus H. Lucas. Like, imagine George Lucas watching episode 3 of The Acolyte.
Like, he's not going to say anything. I'm convinced, like, he has stock, and I'm sure it was a part of his contract when he signed that he can't come out and say anything overtly negative. Like, he's dropped hints, like there's the clip of him saying, like, the first 6 are mine and my vision.
It's just like common sense. He doesn't like it. If he really liked it, he would have been there for the sequel trilogy and just been a little more supportive of it publicly. It's obvious as fuck
he offered to give them, he offered to help them with it. He gave them his treatments, his ideas for the sequels, and they told him to go fuck himself. We want Rey.
He should have made that a part of the deal. Like, it's like, all right, you do a lot of the work, but we got to do my ideas going forward for a while. Should have been part of the deal.
Okay, so God, we haven't even gotten to the reaction yet for Simon. Jesus Christ.
Hints online that they're going to destroy the Force in this episode. That very consistent, well-defined thing that is the Force, that everyone knows exactly how it works, and it absolutely hasn't changed ever since it was first introduced in that original film back in 1977, to the point where George Lucas himself has changed it many, many times. I'm sure that, it won't be as bad as people make out to be.
Coping. Jesus fucking Christ, this guy.
That didn't
like, they changed.
I don't really know what they're going to be talking about. It's clear that something has been leaked from the early viewings, but I don't know what it is that they're necessarily hinting at. As always, I will give an upfront and honest review. The first 2 episodes, I enjoyed.
Liar. You
I'm not
tell
a
me he didn't
shill.
fucking know the leak. No, it's like, I don't like leaks for shit, but it's like, I'm making fucking videos. I have to be aware of the leaks. He knew the fucking leaks.
These are fake reactors. They know, but they can't say that they know because they want you to believe that their reactions are genuine.
He fucking knew all about the lesbian witches. And you know what? He's not into the lesbian witches because he is into the Yord.
Oh, yeah. He wants the Yord sex scene.
Were they perfect? No.
I think he'll cry when Yord gets sliced and diced. Tear up a little bit.
My fake boyfriend! Oh! No more saber up the bum.
Maybe he'll die without a shirt on.
Oh, Simon would fuck that dead body. He'd be all over that shit. Sick fuck.
But they had good action, good mystery. I enjoyed the character.
Good mystery.
I enjoy the characters, especially Yord. Especially when he's shirtless, my fake boyfriend. Oh, I need to fap right now.
Very handsome man, Yord.
Oh, he was like hyperventilating. He was gonna stop that reaction right there.
He was adjusting himself. He was like, moving around down there. Probably some fat rolls were in the way, but had to make himself a little bit more comfortable. Jesus Christ.
Excuse me, we need an intermission to this reaction.
I should have did a joke like that. Fuck. All right. Hopefully they don't kill Yord too quickly.
Carrying member of the
I'll have to
Yord
keep that
Horde.
in mind. Well, what did he say? The Yord Horde?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Good mystery. I enjoy the characters so far. I am a card-carrying member of the Yord Horde.
Jesus Christ.
The card I have is specifically of his pee-pee. I also have a shirtless card of Yord.
Okay, I'm glad we picked Simon.
But there were some things that were off, like the pacing and the editing. I felt like that was.
That's what they always do. That they'll pick a few like, okay, I didn't like this, everyone. I'm not a shill. I didn't like the pacing. I didn't like a couple of the visuals. But I'm not. But when we dislike, I hear this from these people all the time. When we criticize, we dislike it for the right reasons. I'll never forget the Real Rejects when they came up and were like, when they gave a negative review of the Marvels, and then they did a whole second video because they triggered their fucking woke fans. And then they said, we're not those people. We're not the critical drinker. We're not the nerdrotics. We're not those guys. We have legit reasons for disliking it. Fucking fake fan shills.
I really didn't like the pacing. The Yord shirtless scenes were too short. They should have been longer. They should have lingered on the shirtless Yord.
They should have did pantsless as well. Take the pants off.
A little bit iffy at points. But any criticisms around stupid things like fire in space, it's already a non-starter.
This is like that's triggered the fuck out of them. That fire in space thing.
Just fucking tweet that all day and just piss them off. Let them waste their energy defending it.
Yeah. Yes, it's that is a fun strategy.
Oh, I already imagine you're a bad faith actor if that's the route you're going. But I enjoyed the first 2 episodes, as did the majority of critics and the majority of people I've seen online.
How are their views looking, Simon? How are their likes versus dislikes looking? Ask Chlamydia Burns. Ask the Real Rejects.
How fucking stupid you gotta be to think that the critics score means anything. And then the people I see online, well, he's blocked every other person, and he only follows the fucking cucks, the blue hairs, the pronoun syndicate. So of course they love it.
I've seen, whenever I go through, especially with movies, I notice this when I go through doing my Shills Defend videos. They always, whether they like a movie or not, depends on the Rotten Tomatoes score. If it's a positive score, if it's fresh, they give it a positive review. If it's rotten, if it's negative on the critics' end, then they feel safe to criticize it. So then, like, they feel it's okay and safe to criticize it because everyone else is. So then they lean in and criticize a little bit more. Something interesting I've noticed as I cover these people more and more.
Have said. And again, viewing figures very strong for the first couple of episodes compared to a well-established, kind of well-built show like Ahsoka that got 14 million views in its first 5 days. The Acolyte has gotten 11 million views. So again,
isn't that the worst of any Star Wars show? It is, yeah.
These people, they're so fucking dumb. They're like, they don't even know what they're talking about.
He read an article. He read a pro Disney article praising Ahsoka, shilling for Ahsoka. Who's been talking? Who even talks about Ahsoka anymore?
Simon
even the fucking Filoni fans. Simon reacts.
Doing pretty well on the viewing figures. It was never going to be as good as Ahsoka because people have not got as much of a vested interest with characters that we just don't know yet. So again,
maybe just the show, maybe, just maybe. I might be way out of line and off base here. Maybe the show sucks. Just maybe.
Oh, that can't be. You're just a bigot. You're just
dude. Nah, dude. There's lesbians in this, man. Gotta like it.
And anyone expecting it to pull 20-25 million, that was never going to be realistic. Anything over 10 million in the first 5 days was always going to be a good figure. So like I say, the show definitely has some areas it could improve on, but I thought it's a very strong start. Really like the idea that, the beginning of each episode, we see a Jedi get knocked off in different ways as well. In this episode, it seems to be hinting that the Wookiee Kalnaka might be at risk.
Yeah, that ain't happening. It's the flag. You read the leaks. You read the news. You know what's coming, Simon. Don't lie and try to make your reactions seem like they're going to be real.
That'll be interesting to see. I hope the Kalnaka sticks around a bit, but it's also clear that we're going to be getting some flashbacks as well. So those characters are still going to be around, even if we don't get to see them in their older age because they get killed. And obviously the mystery around who.
Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit here to the fucking reaction starting. Fuck this guy. Here we go.
Although this is a bit dark, it looks like.
He's like eating his thumb. It's like, Simon.
Like, what's he doing? Picking his teeth.
Reaction.
Yeah, he probably ate. Yes, he absolutely probably ate some. Probably fast food. Probably I don't know what they have in his part of the world. Probably some Mickey D's or some Burger King. Yeah, he got the surgery. That means he can do it. He can eat whatever he wants.
He's locked in.
Yeah.
How did you know I was here?
Oh, look at that. The twins had the same haircut when they were younger. And that's why they had the same haircut when they were older.
Dangerous.
Taking a shot at the trolls online. How triggered he gets. He has to take a shot at them.
Oh, like every cut you take at the show, these shills, they take it so personally. It hurts them deeply. And it just festers inside them. That's why we just got to keep triggering them. Watch them implode. The fucking Star Wars meltdowns. Fucking Simon. I really don't think he's going to like this episode because there was no shirtless Yord, his boyfriend.
Quite a few women.
Probably going to be in episode 4.
Quite a few. That was another thing I meant to do for this episode. We need to chat. We need to keep track of all the men we see in this episode. See if we can count on one hand how many men are in this episode as we see them. So keep an eye out for men.
Bear,
Coven?
I'm old enough to go outside the fortress walls.
The rules are for your safety.
The mom is such a
Have
bitch.
some spice creams.
Mama!
Let them have some drugs. We need them we need them high and unaware for the grooming.
The Ascension grooming.
My sweet girls must have sweet treats.
So I'm guessing less Dathomiri, but still seems to be a cult or a coven of some kind.
Meet me in the common room for your training session.
A cult?
None.
I think Simon's just being
coven.
homophobic with the lesbians.
Yeah.
The scouts think they've moved their ship inland. I told you.
There we
His
go.
reactions are
Some
usually pretty
lesbian
boring.
action. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's kind of like, yeah.
Scissor me timbers. Probably in the deleted scenes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, scissor. Yeah, scissor me, Allison.
Simon probably scissors his male partners.
He's not going to stay safe.
Oh no, lesbians. The incels are mad.
He looks pretty
Okay,
mad
Simon.
himself. I mean, we're not the only ones. We're not the only ones mad.
Yeah, Simon.
He seems more mad than we are. Yeah. Oh, look, lesbians. The incels are mad.
He's not going to stay safe.
Oh no, lesbians. The incels are mad.
I think he's mad.
Cut.
He doesn't like females.
Right. Look, he's
Why
closing
couldn't
his
it be a
eyes
gay
like,
coven of wizards? He's just fucking depressed. He's not going to get yored in this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, he knows. He knows. Here we got the thread. Oh, I think he cut out the whole thread conversation.
It's down for seeing non-Jedi.
I don't know why people tune in to these reactions when they cut out the episode.
Yeah, not very many, apparently. We're sitting at, let me see, 456 views in 24 hours.
I know he's got a Patreon, but like there's not, the last I looked, there's not much people in there.
Yeah.
Some of these other shills have a more booming Patreon. But it's like, if you're going to watch him react, like watch the whole thing, like why would anyone watch this chopped up bullshit unless it's the two of us ripping on it?
I mean, I'd rather watch the chopped up version than the full version. I mean, he sits there half the time anyway. Imagine the full version.
In Sith, Force users. At the end of the day, we've got to expand the Force beyond the Sith and the Jedi.
I thought this was supposed to be a Sith-focused story. Leslie Headland said, false advertising trying to get people to tune in with clickbait.
Yeah,
she said it was a Sith
story.
Yeah, it's a just Reva all over again. Like, oh, you guys want Kenobi? Nah, you're getting Reva.
And so far, what they're doing with the Sith is fucking retarded. Like, if you're a fucking Sith Lord and you want to hire an acolyte, why would you hire Amanda Stenberg? Where Palpatine got Darth fucking Maul, and then this stupid Sith Lord in this show got Amanda Stenberg. Like, big fucking difference.
You have Plagueis. You have the Plagueis story. Now, I don't want Disney to adapt it because obviously they'd fuck it up. But like any normal person would say, dude, we got the outline for the story.
There's so much they could do by adapting the expanded universe, and they'd make a ton of money. And they put out this bullshit, the lesbian witches, the thread. May the thread be with you. What is this, Instagram? The new
really like
the new thread social media?
Here.
I'm sorry, what was that?
What is this, Instagram threads? This is advertisement?
Snap threads.
She's got a very genuine feel to her. Like a very motherly kind of presence.
Aw.
Not what I'd expect of a witch.
And these kids, man, I don't know. Like, what did you think of these kids? Like, they were
terrible.
They were a pain to listen to. Every single scene. Like, I get that it's not the kid's fault, but like it was bad.
It's casting with these kids, but it falls on the director to fucking direct them. And the scene where they're like fighting when she's trying to show them the thread and they're just like pushing each other is so
Yeah.
fucking stupid. Like, how old are they supposed to be? Like 9 years old? They're acting like they're fucking 3.
Old enough to be lesbians, according to Disney.
Yeah, this show is
we've
the
seen
hidden
previously.
meanings of what's going on is fucking disgusting.
The galaxy is not a place that welcomes women like us.
All right, Purist popping out. Thank you, Purist, for sticking around till 10:30. Good luck with what you got going on tonight.
Witches who have the abilities we do. You and your sister are special.
I mean, that applies to the Jedi, doesn't it?
To stay special.
The Jedi like to come and sweep up kids who are force sensitive.
Don't you wonder what could be out there besides Brendock? No.
Just
The
top tier
difference
content right
between
here.
the Jedi and these witches, the Jedi don't bring them into lesbian cults and groom them and force them to live, just in a
He's got a
small group
lesbian
of
coffee
lesbians.
cup.
You know,
Got a
like the
lesbian cup
Jedi help people in the galaxy, unlike the witches where they just like scissor people all the time.
Here we go. I think we're about to get to that scene.
Costumes are on point as well. Again.
Do not care.
What the fuck is
The
this
aesthetic
shit?
of the show has still been really
Yeah,
good.
this chant they were doing, like, Jesus Christ, like, it's so fucking annoying.
Asians as well. You can just tell the difference.
Just again, just sits there.
Oh, he
Very
knows it's
boring.
bullshit.
Yeah. He knows he's not getting any views coming in. He knows he's getting nothing off of this.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah. I mean, they sliced into their base, so.
Republic lost. Brendock is not a part of the Republic. There are no children.
I was going to say.
Here.
Well, I mean, that's. It's not true, but it's a bit hypocritical, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got to just
And
ruin
he's,
the
like,
Jedi.
taking
make 'em look
shots
like
at the Jedi throughout this review. You know, he's like just a fucking Disney shill. Has to
just
destroy Star Wars.
systematically just taking out everything George did.
And it's like, yeah, well, the Jedi were always groomers too, so yay, lesbian witches. Go fuck yourself, Simon.
Where is their father?
Oh, we got focused Simon right there, the finger
yeah.
on the cheek.
Oh yeah, Anakin. Yeah, there was no father. Episode 1 line.
Hashtag
So, yeah,
Shmee's a lesbian.
Yeah, Anakin's not special anymore.
Maybe they're the chosen ones.
Is this what people are referring to?
Maybe there's multiple chosen ones.
The Force being
Oh, so here he goes. I guess this is where he's like, oh, this is the Force. This is where the Force was apparently ruined. Oh, look at that screenshot. Ugh. He's like, yeah. Thinking about Yord right now.
About the Force being broken.
You're spying on us?
It just sounds like
so,
a defeated
I got
man.
news for you.
The Jedi do not take children.
Anakin was a virgin birth too. Uh-oh.
We appreciate your
Yes, Disney can do whatever they want now. God.
cooperation.
He is running out of energy. Did he is his room upstairs? Did he have to like walk up some stairs to get to this reaction? That's why he's so tired.
I think it's upstairs, and I think it could be in his parents' house.
Yeah.
Just like looks like a room you'd have
You see why
like as
that
a
piss him off.
teenager.
It's like they're minding their own business.
Now,
And then the Jedi show up, lie, and feel like they've got the right to influence their kids.
and what happens if the Jedi discover how?
Here we go. Here's the I carried them scene. What did you think when you first heard this?
Oh, it just. I mean, I knew it was coming with the lesbian.
That was a Leslie
witches and
Headland
the
line,
birth.
yes.
I mean, I mean, this is going to carry over in the real world. The lesbians actually think they can birth children. I mean, you see what's going on with Brittany Griner. It's like, how is her wife pregnant? Well, I guess we know it's the thread. Or maybe
I
she's
mean,
just got a penis.
I pray to God Leslie Headland and her wife don't get to adopt a kid, because you know they're going to be trying to make their kid gay.
They probably try to recreate the sexual thread rituals in this show, and that's where it's inspired from.
Like you at least got, like, how do you not know you don't like something if you don't try it, you know? Just, you know. Oh, come on, Simon, you're getting boring. He's got his blue headphones and pink shirt.
Holy shit.
Did he skip the line?
Dark magic.
Oh, was that it?
I feel like they've got the right to influence their kids.
And what happens if the Jedi discover how you created them?
Yeah, that was after it.
Dark magic.
He just called lesbian intercourse dark magic. I was a little bit homophobic, if you ask me.
Definitely. Hashtag cancel Simon.
Holy shit.
You know, he supports the G in the LGBTQIA+, but not the L.
I guess not.
I don't think you speak Wookiee.
Just riveting commentary.
Correct.
That was an
They're catching her out. That's.
I think that's like the biggest reaction we've gotten out of him for this entire
he's
thing.
fucking
It's not a
bored.
cry, but he really is. Like, I don't use the only time he ever makes in my videos really is just the rants, and he has another one coming up.
Clever.
Okay, after this scene, I might need a break.
I
from
love this
Simon for a second.
Like the interior design of the ship is pretty cool.
Yes. I found out there were many other children like me.
There are other children.
God, focus, Simon. Fucking grip. Sounds like he's grip. It looks like he's gripping something. Like, oh, I wish there was a penis in my hand.
Thousands like us.
Playing on that desire to be surrounded by other kids.
To say what you want.
Still, she can only be what, like 12, 13?
I want to be a Jedi.
What the
Surely
fuck
still
is he
can't.
talking?
No, in fact, I think he said 8.
Then you must have the courage to tell the truth.
Jesus Christ. Is this outside of the rant? Thank God for the rants. This would be a bore.
Oh, that's what she was drawing.
Drawing. All right, let's real quickly check out some of because he's been melting down on Twitter as of late. Let's see if we can find some of this. I need a break from the reactions for a second.
All right, so clearly he's bored. Now, I haven't watched many of his reactions, but you know, he was definitely fucking excited last, and I think episode 1 with the shirtless Yord.
Yeah, we got a little something out of him that time.
So we know what happens when he's excited. He's fucking bored. He knows it's fucking shit, but he's a Last Jedi activist. That's what they do. Just a fake fan that cares more about the politics and is just going to defend the show because he thinks the bigots hate it and he's fighting the bigots by defending this show. Just a fucking loser.
So, all right, we got the tweet up. I have that screen up. Share this tab. There we go. So, first one, Darth Melvin, this was yesterday. Incels are confused and angry because they've never seen a woman in such a euphoric state before. And this is the chant. I don't think he's seen a woman in a euphoric state before either. So I don't know why he's talking.
Oh man, like, can you imagine one of his partners being on top of him and getting in that asshole? Oh my god.
I'd try not to.
You're fucking disgusting.
He's quote tweeting someone
babies.
saying that Disney is killing Star Wars. What the fuck is this? And then gets triggered and quotes tweets. Got to get that engagement, which he didn't really get. What else do we got here? Oh, he's saying, see, I didn't like certain things. Certain folk will be upset for the usual reasons, but I saw nothing that, quote, broke the Force. Especially if you look at Anakin Skywalker. Yes.
Okay. Fucking
I also think that not all is as it seems here. The Jedi definitely had a lot more hand and shit going down than we saw. I mean, in Osha's POV, like, I hope so, because fucking Jedi killing himself makes zero sense otherwise.
Yeah, when I was first watching it, I thought there's probably nothing more to it, but then I was thinking about it and clips to the next episodes, and it just there's something more going down.
Yeah. Pride post and all right, is that about it? We're at June 9th. What's today? I'll scroll a little more. I feel like there might have been something else. Is that quote tweeting Nerdrotic?
My name is Simon.
I think that's his movie. I don't know why he didn't say anything. Quote tweeting Mauler.
These
Big
people
worm belly.
are just in a constant state of being triggered.
They're addicted. Like, they get turned on by it as well. Like, they just they go out searching for shit to get triggered.
Oh, definitely.
Unbelievable. I know you've experienced that.
Oh, yeah, and he's a he, him. In case you guys didn't know, pronouns are listed.
We got a flag. We got a flag on there. If you put the American flag on there, they get angry. Jacob got triggered. Jacob got triggered by the American flag.
Imagine it being in this year, being triggered by the American flag.
All right. Anyway.
I always reply to people with the picture of their pronouns, and they fucking lose it. Like, they fucking lose it.
Why should I take you seriously because of these pronouns?
And then they'll comment, and I'll just hit them again with the pronouns, and they'll lose it even more. I'll make them fucking unhinged.
Absolutely. Real quick before we get back to Simon, Germ Graves became a member. Azrael Gamer gifted, I think I got those two. Gifted 1 membership. Thank you. Loose with Jay for $5. We need to realize that Star Wars was the Skywalkers, and once they killed him off? Once they killed him off, it is just Space Female Force One. Pretty much. Pretty fucking much. Thank you for the $5. Big Bad John's member for 3 months. Thanks for all your work, guys. Thank you, Big Bad John, for being a member. Brandon's mom became a member. Thank you. Thank you, Brandon's mom. Charles Lane for $10. You have my sympathies for suffering through the various shill channels. I block them from my feed first. So that's the smart way. But luckily I love everything that we do here and getting through the shill. I said it in yesterday's video. I probably watched 20 to 25 hours of shill content last week, and it does take years off my life. I know it absolutely does. But
it's worth it.
It's worth it. You guys love the we've had over 400 here almost the entire stream. That would not be happening if you don't put the work in, unlike the fucking shills do. Fucking lazy fucks.
They think it's easy. They don't understand like the work that goes into ripping apart the shills, ripping apart Disney Star Wars. And it triggers them that we do put in the time to do it, and they're begging us to leave the fandom. Absolutely begging, but it's never going to happen.
It's never going to happen. They can try and cancel all they want. It's never going to happen. Chuck, $2 says the thread isn't real, so Simon can't reproduce. I'm sure he's tried to reproduce in the past. I'm sure he tries a lot, but it's just not going to happen. Azrael Gamer gifted another membership. Thank you, Azrael Gamer. Star Wars Marvel Purist member for 2 months. You guys are getting those Steve masks I see with those upgraded memberships. Thank you. Grizzy and Melvin for the W. Gatekeepers Alliance is winning. The Gatekeepers Alliance, man, that needs to become mainstream.
Become the new Phantom Menace. I want them to stop saying Phantom Menace and, start saying shit like our channel names or the Gatekeepers Alliance.
Yeah, they don't want to. They don't want to say the names because they know their viewers come on over and see what we're doing. Even some of their viewers are going to like it.
It's like they're so triggered by a group that doesn't even exist anymore. I think a lot of them aren't even aware of our channels. Imagine if they were.
More and more are becoming aware. But
I want both of us to be on the Saltier Than Crate subreddit every week. Them fucking just crying their eyes out. I mean, glorious.
Fucking absolutely. Gatekeepers Alliance is going to go mainstream. When Darth Melvin and myself eventually do reach full time, that's where the real fun begins. We have some fun shit that we could do with that, and with that time on our hands.
Go crash the next premiere. Star Wars Sexplained. You are a Disney shill. Put like a microphone in his face.
Yeah. We will go to the shill panels at Star Wars Celebration. We will ask them the hard questions. Like, can somebody
fake news Kyle's
security, can you get those guys out, please?
There's 2 chuds that have invaded.
Peter Rackus for $5. If a shill asked me why I watch you, I would tell them I have fun while watching you. And that would trigger the fuck out of them. Do their viewers even I'm solely convinced that their viewers are just watching them because they need themselves, the fact that they like the show, reinforced by watching other people who like it.
Yeah, they're not entertained by watching Sexplained. They just want Sexplained to tell them what they want to hear, that the show
is okay. It's okay to like it because we're shills. It's okay to be a shill.
They want new rock stars. Here's the Easter eggs. Don't think we thought for you. Easter eggs, Easter eggs.
Fucking Eric Voss said The Marvels was a fun movie. Fuck out of here. Christ's sake. Azrael Gamer for $2. They made the Jedi look good, kids. Kids could stay. They made the Jedi look good. Kids could stay. 03 Gorilla, $5. I got transition and coming for your kids vibes with this, but can't exactly put my finger. Yeah, a lot of us have. Because we can all say what we want about Simon. At least he's more masculine than Dave Filoni.
Well, masculinity, you can be whatever you want it to be.
Have your own definition of it. And Mike Hill for $5. It costs around $22 million per episode. Don't know where that money went with this episode. Wow. Paying the lesbians is probably where it went. But that's it. We are all caught up. Thank you guys for all the support tonight. You guys are killing it once again. All right, let's finish up. We're about halfway exactly through Simon. Closing in on 2 hours. Might have to skip a little bit because, I mean, I can't watch him fucking be bored for the rest of this. So let's get to the rant, get to the juicy shit.
The Jedi. And this is where everything goes to shit.
You can't go. We're stuck here now. It's not up to you. You can't stop me. Yes, I can. How?
This line of dialogue, Jesus Christ. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm going to play it. And you remember this line of dialogue? You can't stop me. Yes, I can. How? I'm going to kill you.
Goes to shit.
You can't go. We're stuck here now. It's not up to you. You can't stop me. Yes, I can. How? I'll kill you.
Oh, that's definitely... It's definitely rational.
Like, even he doesn't know how to react to this shit.
No, like, he clearly does not like this episode.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear what he says afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, just attacks the toxic people. I didn't like it for the right reasons.
Oh, God. That fire spread quickly.
Yeah, that made no sense.
Yeah, just how they all, like, died and how it spread. Like, initially I thought there's nothing more to it because back when The Force Awakens came out, you were thinking, okay, there's got to be more to this shit, like with Rey's powers, and they're setting up something bigger here, but you learn there is nothing more to it. Like, it was always destined to be terrible. And then with these cameos that are coming out, like Andor, oh, you think it's going to be very political, Sly Moore is going to be in it, no, disappointment. Marok and Ahsoka, you're building that up, thinking it's going to be cool. No, it was just a fucking fart. Order 66 scenes in The Mandalorian and other shows think are going to be cool. No, terrible.
Nope.
So I'm thinking with this show that, I don't think there is anything more to this story. I think they just died because of the fire in a dumb way. But it took me a little more thinking to be like, even though everything's always disappointing in Disney Star Wars, and it's usually not as deep as you think. I do think there is something more to come, probably in the next episode.
Apparently, there's no Yoda I'm hearing either. They came out and said because they're worried about the fans building up the fucking hype, or people say, and then being disappointed by it, so they're getting it out now. Yoda is not in the show.
I could see him still making a cameo, but I think Leslie said that he's not going to be in it, but you can't fucking trust her.
Yeah,
fucking,
I can see that.
Harvey
though,
Weinstein's personal assistant. I mean, you know how many lies she told when she was in that role, and then makes a show about grooming kids.
Broadway play.
Where am I?
Oh, it's off screen.
To save one or the other, but he couldn't save. He couldn't save May at the same time.
Why didn't they just put Yord in this episode?
I would have loved Yord. Wonder if he mentions him again at the end.
If there's another Yord scene, we're gonna have to come back to him at a later time, just to get his.
We'll have to, I'll have to clip it and save it for, absolutely.
What happened?
Fire, explosion, death.
Started a fire.
It destroyed everything.
I thought the Jedi would be more heavily involved. Like they would have caused the fire or something.
I mean, they could absolutely fucking do that. And like the other thing is like, we're only this is like a perfect opportunity in this show to do like a tiny bit of world building. What's going on in the Republic? What's going on in the Senate? And we're not getting any of that. All we're getting is just this small group of Jedi. These like 6 or 7 Jedi.
It's usually how it is in these shows. Like they just lack creativity. They lack the world building.
They don't
And
know. Like I genuinely think they don't know. They read a few Wikipedia articles. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what would make sense. They clearly don't care what makes sense, but they don't know and they just don't want to do it.
And like people thought that Andor was going to be very political. We were going to have a lot of Senate scenes. Even Sexplained was calling it a political thriller. You must have got that in the email from Disney. Hey, call this a political thriller and it's a slow burn. And it turns out there was 2 Senate scenes where there was no one there. So it like doesn't even count as a Senate scene.
Yeah,
But you know
Palpatine's
what? They
gonna be in
still
it.
liked it anyways. The Shills. They still
It's gonna
liked
be a
it.
Palpatine speech. Jesus.
So yeah, like this, we could be looking at the Republic, at the Senate, and just little more of like what's going on at the Jedi Temple. It's a lot more interesting than fucking May. But no, we got to please the May boys.
The May boys.
And the May boys, we're going to be pushing that just as hard as the Ray boys. It's
As
becoming
the Ray
a real
boys, the
term.
May boys.
Ray boy, May boy.
With the way that Torben kind of felt guilt.
Oh God!
Okay, so I can definitely see why. It's...
Wow!
Wow, that was a abrupt end. Jesus, I was waiting for the final scene. Jesus Christ, Simon.
Skipped right over there. He just wants to get to.
He wants to get to the
bigots.
rant. Yes, he wants to get to the rant now. And now we gotta go after the incels, the grifters.
Who the fuck made it 14 minutes into this video to watch fucking Simon Davies?
Apparently, they can only show 10 minutes of like the actual episode to like avoid copyright. It has to be like 10 minutes of like audio in sync. But some of them get around that by putting like overlays over it and stuff like that. But apparently that's the rule.
What about fake news Kyle Katarn? Like, don't they like have his channel flagged where it's like, okay, he could watch the whole fucking episode.
Yeah, probably.
We're not gonna come after him.
Yeah, I think they allow those channels to do that. He's like, yeah, man, I like that, man.
Vocal minority will be up in arms.
Oh, here we go. Already, not even 5 seconds after it ended. The vocal minority. No proof of this.
Like, where's the numbers that back that up?
Okay.
There isn't. All the numbers suggest
they
it's
never
terrible.
show it. We could show you that. We could show you everything, and the numbers like, oh, those just review bombers, dislike bomb, review bomb, this, that, all of it. I know Roka's gonna be hammering that point in his fucking shit. Here we go.
Okay, so I can definitely see why a certain vocal minority will be up in arms at this episode, mostly
a certain vocal minority,
because it features almost exclusively women.
We forgot to keep count on the men that we saw. I believe it was like the 3 Jedi, including the Wookiee.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else? Is that it? I think that's it. Chat, any other men that you saw? Let me know.
And it's always the homosexuals like Simon who say they just hate women when it's like, you fucking hate women, you don't even find them attractive. And it's like they all say that shit, like, you just hate women. Well, I don't think you like women very much either. That's why he's bored out of his fucking mind with the lesbian witches. Should have been the gay wizards, and he would have loved it.
Oh yeah, we'd have got some adjusting. We'd have got some like, oh, I just need Yord and the wizards.
And if what they were all saying about the Force being ruined just because there was apparently dark side powers used to conceive the twins, did they miss Anakin's entire backstory of him being a virgin birth? Because that's the same thing, and it's very heavily implied that it's dark side magic.
No, it's not. You fucking idiot.
Why don't you go ask George if that was if Anakin was meant to be the only virgin birth in Star Wars?
It just they just don't give a shit. Like they will just say whatever they want to justify shit ass Disney Star Wars.
Just like don't ask questions, just consume content and get excited for next content.
And this channel is Simon Talks Star Wars. He doesn't know what he's fucking talking about.
So that's not, you know,
Simon Talks Gay.
Something that should be done. So I don't see in any way, shape, or form how that's ruined anything. But again, that's probably just people getting up in arms for no reason.
Yeah, because we make money getting up in arms for no reason. We only do this for the money. Everyone always does it for the money. We're gwiftas.
Simon Talks Chuds.
When issues of this episode.
Simon Talks Yod.
So, you know, again, I think that for most of us, we could have seen exactly what was happening there and what they're trying to do. They're trying to set out the idea that
okay, any more rants, Simon?
The two parents, one is a bit more open and accepting, the other is much more of a taskmaster and a disciplinarian. Is accosted and hunted, even if they're just trying to keep to themselves. Is actually deeply corrupt, has double standards there that they're not letting us onto. And I think this is a bit of a red herring, this episode. It's trying to portray
it's red
the events from Osha's point of view. And I think that we might get a bit more of May's perspective. And I think eventually that might
God, dude, just fucking
the two young children.
I hate when they do their reviews, they just basically just explain what the fuck we just watched. Instead of just like offering any sort of me, like, yeah, so like this happened, I like that. That happened, I like that.
I would tell Simon to not quit his day job, but I don't think he has a job.
But again, I'm not gonna hark on about that, because as we learned from the Jake Lloyd saga, they are kids, you know. You
oh no. So are you accusing people of bullying these kids?
No, I'm sorry. Like, the kids couldn't act. It was bad directing. It is what it is. We're not going to sit here and pretend. We're not going to pretend that it was good.
Yeah, he said on his tweet, on one of the tweets, that like the child acting wasn't very good. Now watch, there'll be someone who says something. They'll be searching for someone saying something about the kids, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's Jake Lloyd all over again." You're going after even though nobody's doing that. They're just waiting for that to happen, waiting to start pushing that.
To be perfect.
Perfect.
The responsibility, if anything falls short, it's a responsibility on the director and the casting agent. But I did feel like they were the weak point in this episode. I couldn't quite buy into their performance. Dark Jedi
taking shots at the Vocaloid.
You know, it's what, and again, I was no fan of the film, but
taking shots at the lesbian. I guess that's why. I guess he feels comfortable taking shots at the lesbians.
It's what the Last Jedi was trying to do. You know, Luke said the Force isn't a weapon; it's not something the Jedi.
Yeah. So the Last Jedi, as a positive example, using the Last Jedi to defend this show. Jesus Christ!
They do.
You said it. You called it. Loves that movie.
They use Disney Star Wars to justify Disney Star Wars. And Sexplain does this a lot. Like makes videos and references books. In the Disney era to back up canon from the original trilogy. It's fucking sickening. You'll see that in his shorts.
But at this point in time, it definitely feels like that's how they're acting. You know, to give the perspective that...
Come on, Simon. You got one more rant in you? Come on, I want to hear it.
Being the catalyst is enough to... you know, put that message across that, you know, they shouldn't be as forceful, because the first thing they did was lie. You know, it's like, oh, we thought this world was uninhabited. We didn't think there was anyone here. And it's like the sets and the locations, and especially the Jedi ship interior, that looked, fabulous.
Drop the fabulous word, of course. You didn't say it with enough passion, though, Simon. I can't tell. That looks like his nose is pierced to me.
Can you full screen it? No, I
yeah,
think that's just a pimple. Maybe STD.
How do you still get pimples at 36? Jesus Christ.
Simon got a facial from a Yord cosplay.
Yord cosplay. Oh, the
Kind of
homophobia on
reminded
the
me of
stream.
50s diner in a way. It was evoking a lot of again, prequel era aesthetics, which is fantastic. But again, for all those, there are issues as well. Still, some of the story threads are, a little bit loose. I don't quite buy in Soul's.
Okay, I think we're.
I put that down.
I just don't know why anyone would watch this
over
guy.
anything.
Yeah, and I think I'm done watching this guy. I got to be honest with you. That was it. We made it. We made it through Simon. Congratulations.
We gave him
300.
a chance. He got his biggest audience ever on this stream, and he failed. He blew it. Fucking blew it.
Yeah, he did. He did. Oh man. Yeah, fucking blew it. Holy fucking shit. Unbelievable, you guys.
Simon.
But anyway, so yeah, that was Simon Shill. It was a very close poll. I couldn't believe how close it was. Very close between him and M, the Shillgasm woman. But I'm sure we might get her in the future. But that was it. Episode 3. Fucking terrible, man.
Yeah, the Coven of Witches, undermining Anakin's birth with the Force. They're just finding ways to destroy Star Wars in every time period. And it's just every time period has been affected. And the one they probably haven't touched the most is the prequel trilogy from episode 1 to episode 3. I believe there are some books that are in there, but I don't think they've really touched that period too much.
Yeah, well, Filoni has.
Oh yeah, with the Clone Wars.
Yeah, other than that, yeah, but
it's coming.
Oh yeah,
Definitely
it's coming.
Hey,
This is probably if this people are. I mean, there's people talking of season 2. I don't think this is getting a season 2.
no way.
I
No
hope it
fucking way.
does. I
Yeah.
hope it does.
Doing great
for
for the
nights like
channel
this.
so far.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So season 2 of Shill Watch Alongs, The Acolyte, the mean white man and the Knights of Melvin. I mean, sign me the fuck up. But
And you think about it, this is the hit show for them, quote unquote hit show. And then what they got coming up next is the Groomer Crew, Skeleton Crew, and Andor Season 2. No one watched Andor Season 1. So no one's going to watch the Skeleton Crew at all. And then we got Ahsoka
worse
Season
than Andor,
2.
I'm assuming.
And Ahsoka Season 2, I don't think that's coming out in 2025. I haven't heard anything about them shooting it or anything. It's probably 2026. And then you got the Grogu Mando movie 2026. So you don't have anything for the next 2 years. Nothing.
There's nothing that's going to save Star Wars. They're going to be looking at it. I'm just waiting for we get one episode of something that's not terrible. And then all these people come out. Star Wars is saved.
Oh, yeah. I
Every
almost
time.
felt like making a tweet today. It's like, okay, you recognize Disney Star Wars is fucking terrible. But it's like, where were you before episode 3 of the Acolyte? Before you were part of the problem. And how many of those people are going to just kind of backtrack and be like, well, like you're saying, Star Wars is saved or Star Wars is dead again, and keep going back and forth with the next show.
Absolutely. Fucking garbage. Honest to God, I thought Skeleton Crew was an animated show for the longest time. But I guess it's live actions. I thought it was animated based off of like how people described it.
Yeah, it's like Jude Law and some kids.
Jesus Christ.
It's gonna be the Andor of 2024. I think it's released in 2024, or it'll be early 2025.
Yeah. I've heard end of 2024. But yes, I got
there's gonna be a small cult following, I think, that likes it like Andor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
Nobody's
calling
gonna
these people Andor sexuals. Like they just they're like, I hate Disney Star Wars, but Andor, oh yeah. Goes real Simon
Tony
Davies on
Gilroy.
the Andor.
But fucking yes. I don't know. That one, I don't know how much will even be. I mean, I'm gonna cover it. I don't know. Probably won't be enough Shills watching it to do Shills react, but I don't know. Maybe we'll bring back watch alongs for that. We'll have to see. But
Might as
yes,
well
everyone.
cover it.
Everyone, make sure that you subscribe. As I said last week, we are re-uploading. We're pulling what EFAP does. We're re-uploading the stream to the backup YouTube channel, which is linked in the description. Make sure you subscribe to that, Mr. Grizzy Live. This stream, if you missed any part of it, will be up on that. It will also be up immediately on Rumble. Tomorrow, I think tomorrow afternoon, probably tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, I'll re-upload the stream, and then video tomorrow as well. Shills defend the Acolyte. And yes, the stream will be live immediately on Rumble. So follow me on Rumble. The stream tonight was also going live on Rumble. So make sure you subscribe to both of those. If you missed any portion of this, we're going to try to get that channel monetized and maybe start dropping some exclusive content on that channel as well a little bit once we get that up and running. Yeah, subscribe to myself and the Knights of Melvin. Darth Melvin, what do you have coming up on your channel until we see you next?
Well, I'm going to try to get my review out as soon as possible, probably Friday. And then maybe some surprises this week, something quick. And then we're streaming on Saturday, talking about this show. So just staying busy throughout the week, covering the Wokalite and trashing the fucking show.
And having more fun than the Shills are. Real quick, a couple more super chats. Gene the Machine for $2. The Last Jedi is everything Disney, Star Wars, nothing matters. Darth Ghostface dropping $20. I think I got a clip for a 20 banger here. Where the hell is it? Jesus Christ. Taking my good old sweet time here. Where the hell is that clip? I don't you hate it when you can't find a clip?
I wish they were organized better on StreamYard. I got them alphabetically.
Yeah, you have to scroll so fucking far.
But I wish it was you could design the layout better. Then I'd be quicker with getting to the videos. Yeah, I got 100 fucking videos there. I got to scroll down and find it, but
yeah. All right, let's try again. Darth Ghostface, $20. There we go. Little trial and error. We're running out of. I'm starting to run. I can only take so much of these shows. I have to take long breaks when I'm compiling clips, and we just sat through Simon Davies for just about an hour, who likes the PP. Darth Ghostface, $50. A little off topic, but X, formerly Twitter, has just made liked post private, and the SJW cancel pigs are currently melting down over it, that they can't destroy people's lives over what X posts they like anymore. I did see that. I got a notification. They're kind of just sending out the notification, but yeah, they go through and they search all your liked tweets, and then they try to cancel you for it, and they're pissed off that they can't do that anymore. I don't give a shit personally, but I can see how like more famous people that could be very annoying. What do you think?
I think they just want people to like shit without people having to like audit like their likes, and they feel there would be more authentic engagement.
Yeah.
And I it's a waste of time to be like checking to see who liked what, and It's probably better it's gone, but I don't care either way.
Yeah, I personally don't care either. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure, real quick, we'll let it go a couple more minutes. Make sure you subscribe to Darth Melvin of the Knights of Melvin. Any mods in the chat can drop the link. In fact, I'll do it myself here real quick. The link is also in the description of the video. Make sure you subscribe to him as well. He's got some great content on the way. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not dropping Simon's link. I mean, even though he could probably use it, but we're not going to drop
He's
that.
still not at 1,000 yet. His 30,000 subscribers didn't come over from his Simon regular channel.
Yes.
There's just no money and no fame in being a total fucking shill. Like, you got Sexplained, who doesn't even really do that well. You got the reaction channels that Fake News Calcatarn's doing okay, but like no one really watches them. Like, there was like 50 people in his stream the other day. And I think I think it's cool as hell to have 50 people in your stream, but when you're a fucking douchebag like Fake News Calcatarn who thinks you're a big shot, like that's yeah, I'm gonna laugh at that.
Fake News Kyle Katarn, episode 1 of the Acolyte, 17K views. He has 42,000 subscribers. Oh no, sorry, 47,000 subscribers. 17K views, not bad, not as good as mine. But not bad. The Acolyte episode 2, 11,000 people are stopped. People are watching less and less. And 11 hours ago, he dropped his Acolyte episode 3 video, 6.5K views. So going down
That's
lower
the
and
only
lower.
content he's got, and it's fake news content, just like how he's fake news.
Oh yeah. Like just like skimming through some of his other ones, like some of his like fanfill, couple thousand. Whenever he like tries to do actual content, can't even break 1,000 views.
And it's like he doesn't like actually make videos. He won't like make a review for the Acolyte and break it down. It's just reacting to shit. And he thinks he's like a big shot.
Any chance of getting Raging Rhino on here? We had him for Shill Watch Alongs The Rise of Skywalker. That was a great stream. You could check that out. A tissue was thrown. I don't know if you saw that, Darth Melvin, but that was a funny fucking reaction. A crying woman throws a tissue. But yeah, I can definitely foresee Raging Rhino being back. He will be live tomorrow night for Casual Rage. Make sure you tune into that. Epic breakdowns.
He's also always a great guest to have.
Member of the Gatekeepers Alliance as well. Goes live with Yellow Flash on Saturdays as well.
Fucking
hate Shills.
Don't trust YouTubers except Melvin and Grizzy.
I love that as wow. That is a goated name. Goated name, absolutely. Appreciate that.
I think everyone hates Shills.
Yeah. I appreciate those guys. Mahler was the one who brought me. I probably wouldn't have my channel if it wasn't for Mahler, just simply because I really enjoyed his Last Jedi content. That's what brought me personally into the community. So I'll always appreciate him for that. And he knows his shit. He knows his shit as well. Disagree with him slightly on Andor, but regardless of that, we agree a lot more than disagree.
So the one thing, he would clean house with Disney. He would get rid of all the canon.
Yes.
So that's like, if he likes Andor, it's kind of whatever. But if he was in charge, he would get rid of Andor and everything. So like, that's really kind of what it's all about. Discarding Disney canon, eradicating it. If they got rid of Disney canon, they sell it somewhere. Doesn't matter where. If Rey became officially non-canon in this Disney timeline, like, I would consider that a win. I could possibly retire off of that and sail off into the sunset. I'd be happy probably for the rest of my life. Watching the misery and all the shills whining and crying.
The day Disney does sell Star Wars, that's going to be just for the ages, watching them cry about it. Oh, it's going to be great. I think it is going to happen one day.
I
Could
think
be.
so. Like, they keep losing money. Like, how can they keep this IP if they keep losing money? And at the very least, like, I could see them completely rebooting it, but they've already done that now. So I don't know. They might just have to sell it.
The complete reboot thing, like the sequel or the original trilogy remake and all that stuff. Yeah, like you never know. They might go back, Disney it up, do what George did when he went back and did like his newer editions and everything. They might go and do that to try and fit it in with the Disney canon. Who the fuck knows? It's gonna suck no matter what they do.
Definitely.
All right, chat. Anything else before we call it? Thank you guys so much. I think we were over 500 for a couple of seconds. I believe I saw 500, 508 for like a couple seconds while we were live. So we did hit it. I'll have to check the numbers.
Those analytics.
Yeah, those analytics before.
Bring in the numbers. Bring
Yes.
the ratings.
Couldn't do it without Darth Melvin and the Knights of Melvin. Thank you, Darth Melvin. And thank you to the Knights of the Knights of Melvin coming in and representing the stream. Great stream tonight once again. We're going to we got work to do, Darth Melvin and I. We got videos on the way. Make sure you subscribe, turn on those notifications, smash the like button on the content, help Darth Melvin and I get our shit in the algorithm, trigger the shills, and we will see you next week for Shill Watch Alongs episode 4, which apparently the Sith is making his grand entrance and going to kick some ass. So
the Sith that hired May to be the Sith acolyte.
The badass Sith. All right, guys. Thank you all. 2 hours and 13 minutes. We're calling it. Have a great night, everyone. See you next week.
Later, guys.